As I've said many times, grief is actually a journey that we're all going to go on, and it can be a wonderful teacher. It can be a wonderful precursor to spiritual awakening and development, and it can be your greatest nemesis. It depends on how you face the journey and how you embrace the grief journey. But what I want to talk about today is for those of you who are missing those conversations, and for the young lady that I watched your video and it broke my heart to see that and to see the pain that you were going through. And I hope that maybe a few of these words will resonate in your heart and will also resonate in many other people's hearts, because we're all spirits having a human experience. We're all interconnected. There's no separation. So we feel, when I look at you, I feel the sorrow. When someone else looks at you, feel the sorrow. When you look at something that makes you happy or sad, you feel it inside of you. And so one of the things that you said is that you miss being able to just talk to your mother on the phone, or talk to your mother one last time, or to have that conversation, or to laugh, or to joke, or to do anything. And I get it. I really empathize, and I have so much compassion for anyone who has lost a loved one and misses that. And here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, you may have a bit of guilt because you maybe think you didn't do enough, or you didn't communicate enough. Or it may be that you had an estranged relationship because maybe you fell out. Maybe there was a miscommunication and something happened and the relationship dwindled. And that happens. But it doesn't separate the bonds of love, ladies and gentlemen. The bonds of love can never, ever be put asunder. They will never be destroyed. And then if we look at it in science, energy can be manipulated. It can never be destroyed. Now, you are made up of energy, so the very fact that you think that life is gone after this, and for all of you skeptics out there that are listening, your energy is just the same as I am. And whether you believe in an afterlife or believe in anything else beyond the death of the physical body doesn't matter, because it means you're still going to continue on. And I'm not going to get into the argument about evidence and everything else, because this is really for you guys out there who think you cannot communicate with your loved ones. And so I want to say to you, young lady, and anybody else that's out of there, just speak. And I've taught this in many of my workshops. I teach people to just speak out loud or in their own mind. Have that conversation. And you may feel that there's nothing there. And you may feel that they're not there and they're gone. And you may feel empty for a little while. But I promise you, your loved one is there, and your loved one is listening, and your loved one gets that vibration. They get that energy. They pick up that. It may not be in the way that you think anymore. It may not be that it's a vocal connection through their voice and your voice. But the connection exists. And it can be picked up just as much as I give a sitting to someone and I can hear their loved ones clairaudiently, and I can give them evidence of their loved ones. You just need to learn a new language, and that language is symbolic. That language is from deep inside of you. It's no great black science, okay? We were built, I recently did a presentation for a massive healing organization about storytelling and how to utilize storytelling to help them in their business and things. And for me, storytelling is part of what I do as a writer, as a journalist, and in the research work that I do. And also, storytelling is part of what I do in mediumship, because the loved one on the other side is trying to communicate a story to me, and then I've got to be able to discern that story and put that out there. So, for you, those of you that are there and thinking, no, I can't do it, I can't speak anymore. You can. Actually, you can just have a normal conversation. I do with my dad. And sometimes I even have it out loud. So I could be driving in the car and running past, and somebody thinks I'm singing, and I'm actually having a conversation with the old man.